Nu mă interesează în mod deosebit, numai
in his head whose
e
name
cum
is
e, nu te
Khalif
interesează
Adams had to
acum, te
retweet
interesează
Daniel
peste 2
Ahmad
ani.
and say this: prune all your gardens, push out bad actors, prepare your teams for the current conversation zeitgeist, give your community and social teams autonomy and resources to battle against toxicity, relay how all of this can impact the bottom line early to investors. So everything Khalif said here is moronic, and let me tell you why. He pretty much just described how Helldivers 2 ruined its own reputation in a nutshell. Helldivers 2 came out, it did amazing, right? It sold millions, very good, happy for the devs, then over time the rot settled in. Community managers started, as Khalif puts it, pruning the gardens and pushing out bad actors, which just means removing people who are conservative, but they will tell you that, of course. This then led to a mass exodus of players who largely supported your game because, as we already established, there isn't really enough players out here to support these things because they simply do not have the numbers or cash to do so. So you prepare your teams for the current conversation zeitgeist, which is just woke talk, for ensure you only hire woke-minded individuals onto your teams, make it an echo chamber, make sure nobody thinks differently or asks any questions. Then you surround yourself with yes men, women, and they, thems because this will surely help you in the long run. Spoilers, it never does. Again, look at Helldivers 2 currently. This line is the most damning. Give your community and social teams autonomy and resources to battle against toxicity. Yeah, don't do that, and let me tell you why. You see, this line right here could be the easiest way to explain why games like Helldivers have failed so quickly in terms of player retention and goodwill. Which is because these dev studios who were too busy updating the game and making the actual content, they rely on community managers to be the tether between them and the community. By giving community managers too much autonomy, and that's what Khalif means, by the way, he literally says social teams, which means a community managers, what you end up with is a group of echo-chambered yes-men all ensuring that their player bases think and act the same, which is how Helldivers went from being a based utopia to a woke liberal hive mind seemingly in a matter of weeks. They pruned and pushed out conservative players, as Khalif would put it, and then what ended up happening to something like Helldivers? Alright, they lost over 90% of their player base, and now the dev studio's been running damage control ever since. Very nice, very cool. Everything Khalif said here is like a communist manifesto way of ensuring that nothing you make ever does well ever again. So if you do make games or an investor, it would be much better on your wallet and mind to push people like Khalif Adams as far away as possible from you. Or you'll end up with a bunch of wokies turning your years of hard work into a leftist playground where all the players leave and then the community manager and their 5 friends who smell like stale Doritos get to enjoy your game instead. Of course, then after Khalif said his moronic take, then the Alan Wake 2 community manager chimed in and retweeted him by saying, what Khalif said, but also uplift the good eggs, protect and support those who need it. Twitter has never been this full of accounts who are peddling hate 24/7, but it's still where a lot of the good parts of the game's community happen. Prune your gardens and let flowers grow. Getting bigots out of your communities is a band-aid and not a permanent solution. Modeling desired behaviors and championing the kinds of community members you want to be the majority in your community takes effort and time. Start early, practice often. Small steps are steps too. Very interesting view. Very, very interesting. You're for sure someone who isn't a weird feminist, right? Oh, wait. Of course you...
Small steps like $200 million lost. That kind of small steps. Prost. Să am așa ceva în comunitatea mea, jur că așa nebunie.
So a user said on August 27th that if Remedy pushed male protagonists, you wouldn't want to work at Remedy, to which you said by retweeting them, yes, a very important part of me taking this job was that it was a game in which you played as a woman. She means games like Control, by the way. Very interesting, Vita, so you only want to uplift female voices and you hate male ones. Very, very interesting.
Stai un pic, că nu, n-am terminat. Stai așa, bă. Ce? Stai numai un pic, stai.